our Black-owned business. I have a good friend with us this morning. I'm so excited. Jonathan Swain is here. KimBarkBeverage.com. We tend to talk about business a lot. We both are in family businesses. Was this the plan? Because you are second generation business owner.
Yeah. No, actually, I'll talk about it from my father's perspective, and I'll talk about it from my perspective. His perspective, he did not want me to be in this business. The liquor business has a sordid history. You know, they call it a sin business. I mean, it's less that now, but it had a very sordid history. He didn't want me to do this. He wanted me to go off to school. My father was the first person to fire me at 9 years old. I was supposed to be at work at 11 o'clock, and I showed up 5 minutes late, walked me outside, and fired me. And I'll never be late again. So I appreciate him for that. I walked home. My mother said, well, what happened? I said, Dad fired me. What happened? I was late. He said, well, you got fired. You're late. You can't be late. Told you to get up and leave. My side of it, in many ways, I have a very unique rearing experience in that I've never seen my father work a job. So when I was born, my dad was an entrepreneur. Growing up, I'm going to own my own business. I'm going to be in business doing something, controlling my own destiny in some ways. In particular, my father's generation relative to us, there's not a lot of information transfer about how that works. And there's not a lot of context. It's kind of, I'm going to keep you away from the struggles I had so you don't have them. But in not seeing the struggles, you don't know how to get through the struggles. But as I've gotten older and we developed a relationship and talked about it, I began to understand a lot of the bumps and the bruises and the challenges and what makes entrepreneurship, business ownership, not for the weak and weary. All the success I've had in business has been a function of with my parents. As fortunate as I am and people look to my business story, there is no business story but for them and what they did. I mean, my dad was the first Black business owner in Hyde Park in the 1970s. Hyde Park, though it's in welcoming and inclusive now, wasn't always that way.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stories that he would tell us about the challenge that he had being a Black-owned business in Hyde Park back in the 1970s. That success comes from their legacy ultimately.
So what see a bad mother.
Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Remy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
attack. You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
Yeah. All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every Black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
WIFTBPM.
What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. For the black people. 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 For the black people, for the black people. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. For the black people, for the black people. for the black people, for the black people, for the black people, for the black people. What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. For the black people, 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 for the black people.
WIFTBPM.
What's in it for the black people? Cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Sonya and Ruthie and Ty explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve on. What's in it for the black people? All the lies we heard before. Time to pay attention, you gotta do more to listen. Some action with it on the count of three. Let's roll.
What's up, Chicago? What's up, world? This is your man, Maze Jackson, ready for the collective conversation. Now, I'm here in the building, but I don't want y'all to get too used to me right now because I'm about to be bouncing out in a minute. But I had to open up the mic. And if you all do not know about the collective conversation, it is when we bring in an eclectic mix of people, places, people who have been places and done things. You like that? People, places, and things. People who have been places and done things. I did that straight off the top. You see that? But I am here to tell you all that the collective conversation is something that I'm going to be looking forward to because it is, again, the opportunity to bring people from unique walks of life together to have a conversation. Now, a lot of times you have seen this show filled in with people who are live broadcasting on a regular on the station, but I thought that this would be a great opportunity for us to develop some new talent, introduce you to some new people, or refamiliarize you with some people that you already know. Now, sitting to my right, whoops, that is, now keep your social distance now, but to my right, all right, don't touch me, you got the cooties, you got the cooties. All right, give me my alcohol wipe. Right. All right, in the building now, I feel safe though, because Sister Afrika is in here like, she like my mama. Right? Because I was like, what the hell is that smell? I'm used to smelling bleach. Right? Because we got bleach wipes. You know, we get people coming in the studio. I be like, what? I'm wiping everything. I'm swiping and doing my thing. And I come in here and I smell something. And I'm like, what is that smell? And then I was thinking to myself, is that thieves? What smell is that? Because, you know, my mother is an essential oil person and believer. And so she says, you know, if you get your little oregano, some D, and a couple other things, you'll be straight.
Shout out to Mom.
So Sister Afrika, you all know her. I'm going to tell you. So y'all don't know, but Sister Afrika goes way, way, way back to the 90s when Sister Afrika, Natay, and Janielle were the three most desired interns. Because if you got those three on one of those three on your team, you knew your shit was going to get done. Right? It was all types of crazy interns all over the place. Everybody trying to get on, but Afrika, Janielle, and Natay were all the people that you always knew. And you know what? here we are. I don't even want to tell you how many years, but that might have been in the 90s.
Yeah.
And here we are going into the 20s of another century, and Sister Afrika is here doing her thing. Sister Afrika, welcome to What's in It for the Black People Media. You've been here a couple times, but it's good to be sitting here with you today with the collective conversation. What can we expect?
Thank you for having me. What an introduction. And congratulations to you for your own company here. I love it.
Thank you very much.
You know what I'm
Thank you
saying?
very
Our
much.
office right across the street, so I get to see the What's in It for the Black People in my window every time I get to the office.
In the
I
window
love
to the
it.
wall.
From the walls. And so I'm just excited to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking forward to the energy and what's to come.
All right, well, I'm going to tell y'all what. Y'all know y'all was thinking that you was going to get to sit down and talk to Maze in Africa, and that would have been an interesting conversation in and of itself, because I was just going to take it back to the old school hip-hop. I bust all this. See, I knew Africa when she was Africa, right? When it was like, Africa, you knew you need to get in or you needed to get out, you could call Africa, right? So I remember her from that. Now, she has, as many of us have done, I don't want to say reinvented, but expanded our universe. Right? So we were all hip hop, and then we all kind of evolved. And so it's great to see Afrika here. But then, so me and Afrika go back to like 96. But me and this brother right over here sitting in, who's going to be sitting in here, brother Sadeek, and I'm going to bring him on camera. Actually, I'm going to bring him on camera after I come back, because when I come back, magically, I'm going to disappear. And when he comes back, sitting in this seat will be brother Sadeek, the plant-based African. So be on the lookout, because they got a show coming here. And so today I was like, you know what? Me and Herb could talk to y'all again and again. I mean, I know y'all want to see me more than y'all want to see Herb anyway. But I said, why don't we bring some new people in? And Brother Sadeek is one of my most trusted friends. We go all the way back to 1989 when he punched me in the stomach while we were outside of Busey Evans. But I'm going to tell you, when somebody punch you in your stomach and you ain't ready, you ain't got it tense, it's like it hurt. And he did it because it was a girl. I ain't going to tell you the girl. But it's all good. We stayed friends. We stayed friends all these years. And there are been with me, if you listened last time, through thick and thin.
Don't believe
man,
that.
Remember, this the same guy who didn't put oil in the engine, had to pay me back. He said, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. And then he got that envelope, and I was like, I'm going to take you up on that. $10,000 engine missing from the RV. We done send kids around the world. We have been around the world. And shoot, we've been in Chicago.
Love it.
We joined our fraternity. We met each other as members, interested members in an organization, Phi Beta Sigma, back in 1989 at the University of Illinois. And we have been best of friends since then. In times of thick or thin, when all of it is coming down and I can't depend on nobody, i.e. Ken Duncan campaign, and everybody was watching from a distance, fake helping.
Fake help.
Fake helping. No, it was a lot of fake help. Everybody was fake helping. Like, woo, y'all straight over there?
True.
Just checking on you from a distance. Quite frankly, it's right downstairs, right?
Yeah,
you realize I feel
was in that
the
building a lot.
energy coming up the steps. So I'm going to tell you, here sitting in with us for the rest of this day, and he'll be back on Wednesday, is Brother Sadeek, the plant-based African. They going to talk to y'all about getting y'all mind right, y'all body right. They got guests coming in. They got the whole thing. So I want y'all to do me a favor. Tune in with them, chill out with them, watch them, respond, get connected, and then let's talk about how we can eventually do something to fix our lifestyles and get some healthy eating, even though the last time he told me to eat something, let me tell you. I just got to tell you this, then I'm going to get off the mic. So we go to Soul Vegetarian.
Oh, wow.
He done pumped me up.
He tell this all
He
the
pumped
time.
me up. He like, man, you got to go to Soul Vegetarian. I was like, ooh, we going to get the greens? Yes. We going to get the cornbread? Yes. He said, then they got rib tips. I'm like, dog, how they got rib tips at Soul Vegetarian? He was like, I'm telling you, you're never going to miss them. You're going to taste like rib tips. So I go, greens, plow, fire, bang, boom, I'm done. Cornbread, oh, God, what kind of cornbread is this? Then come the rib tips. So I cut. Don't look like no rib tip. Then I take it in and I bite. And this is where I came up to my conclusion about vegans and their food.
Wow.
Here goes the conclusion.
What is
the
it?
conclusion is that stuff tastes good to people who can't eat the real stuff. But I'm here to tell you, there's nobody that I would trust more than telling me what the best things to put in your body. And I have watched the transformation. This dude, man, in college he used to borrow my pants. And I feel like now I might not be able to fit his pants because he done lost so much weight. Hey, y'all, this is the Collective Conversation. When we come back, you'll be sitting with Brother Sadeek and Sister Afrika. But let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the Collective Conversation.
WIFTVPM.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your Black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
We fun guy.
What's tomorrow?
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
What it do, baby?
Yeah, yo, what do you know?
No sense, I'll be telling you.
What's going on, Chicago? What's in it for the Black People Media presents?
I want to go higher. Oh, my God.
Call your sons, call your daughters, call your friends, call your neighbors.
The Big Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. with Eugene McIntosh and Terrence Tomlin. We got what you need right here on What's in it for the Black People Media.
WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me.
WIIFTVPM.
Hey, Chicago, what's happening? Welcome back to the Collective Conversation. It's Brother Sadeek sitting in the main chair. My man Maze Jackson just got off the air. I'm here with the queen, the heiress, Chicago's very own Sister Afrika Porter. I'm happy to be here. Just want to give a shout out, first of all, to the platform, What's in it for the Black People Media, and a tremendous job that Maze Jackson and the family Shout out to his sister Tennille. Shout out to Sonia behind the scenes. Herb, what's happening?
Herb making it happen. Man.
Yeah, so everybody here just want to start out with appreciation.
Absolutely.
And then I want to really, really, really give a shout out, even though I'm sitting here. Is this 6 feet? Is this 6 feet? Oh, okay, there we go. We got Tea Essential Oils out. Sister Afrika, what's happening?
Man, I'm so excited, man. It's a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot to be thankful for. Not just because it's that season.
Right.
But because we should be thankful anyway. You know what I mean? It's just a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah, so, earlier when Afrika and I get together, I always remind her, because she Afrika's large, she huge, she world renowned, you got all that. But every now and then when she says stuff, I'll be like, you so shy. She's straight Chicago, like real talk. You know what I mean?
You're famous.
Yeah. But she's so shy. So coming up here, and I had to tell this because it's real people, real talk. I tripped a little bit because I was running to get here, and so I tripped a little bit. And so instead of saying, brother Sadeek, you okay? How you feel? Afrika looked at me and said, "Give me the points."
Give me the points.
She wanted her cool points. What? She was like, Sadeek, give them up. Give up the cool points.
Absolutely.
But you cool? Yeah, I'm fine.
Though?
All right.
She was like, I'm all right. Give me the points.
But give me the points.
Now, that's some real Chicago stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No
and
doubt.
it's, it's all in fun. We have a good time, right? We go back, though.
We do.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. All right. What you want to talk about? Plant-based diet, soul veg.
So
you and the fam.
All of the fam. So me and my family.
Oh, and by the way, since we're on the media, we doing shout outs. We're gonna have to send out some letters.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We might have to be at blank. We need some sponsorship. But anyway, that's
we were at blank.
We were at blank.
We were at blank.
Insert blank, and then we met at blank and shopped at blank. Until we get some blank, and then we'll be like, we were right at the blank. No, right.
Yeah, so,
real talk.
No, really. Shout out to Maze and the whole team and staff. Sonia that I love. Oh my God, I love Sonia. We go back too. And just love you and to have followed your progression and your work. Congratulations on everything.
You are one of my mostest favorites person in the world. Like, for real. I tell that to her, but it's not true.
Oh, her. I'm first.
You didn't hear that,
He
did
don't
you?
even pay attention.
Yeah, don't.
You're one of her most favorite people in the world. But I'm the favorite. But then you.
I'm happy to be second favorite to you.
Okay.
That's like A1 still.
No, I love her too. From day one.
Yeah.
From day one,
Thanks.
meeting you with Brother Phil.
Thanks.
And thank you, Maze, and the platform here and everyone here that makes this happen. This is wonderful. Really, really wonderful. I love it. It feels so good in here. It's one thing when you're watching. I came here. I did Dawn's show. I love Dawn. And the art, you just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Energy is so important, right? It's
really
hard not
is.
to sit here and not feel it. Like I got a Black Panther behind me.
This is beautiful, isn't
So
it?
I feel like I got to sit up a certain way. I took my hat off because I was hot, but you know what I'm saying? I got a Black Panther behind me, so I'm going to get real here. Okay?
Did they see the hat?
They did see the hat.
They did?
So
Okay.
I had to take it off. It was a little hot.
It was a
You know
little
what I'm saying?
hot.
But it did go with the outfit, but then I can't do the headphones. So.
Right, I got it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But Sadeek and I, we go back. Man, my children are adults now, and they were little people at the time. So my family and I, shout out to Jason, the ex-husband. We were at Soul Vegetarian. And
Right. We were at blank.
blank. And we used to eat there at least 3 to 4 times a week. That was like our go-to. At the time, back then, that was one of the only restaurants you could eat.
Right.
If you ate, plant-based. So we would go there all the time, especially if we were going to get something quick. That was like our blank.
Right.
Some people know it's McDonald's. Okay. So, but we had to
We
get
definitely
that.
want to leave them blank. Right.
But I'm blank.
Right.
So woo! We used to see him all the time and in different capacities. In the kitchen, serving, maintenance, organizing. We catered a lot of events, so you also there,
Absolutely.
the point of person of contact for that.
Right.
Shout out to Prince ICL, who I love. He's like a surrogate, father for me. And Love them so much. So you take me back to that era, that time period. So veg was, man, still is. Love it. I'm blank.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to work on the blank. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on
we
it.
will see you all the time.
Yes, absolutely.
I did not know what I know now.
Oh, okay.
So I would just see you in that capacity and be like, shalom. But I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, until you told me more recent years about your journey to plant-based.
Yeah, everybody's got a journey, right? Yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, a long time ago, 20 years at least.
Yeah.
And, you know, like May said, I got into a point where in college, I could actually borrow his jeans, but by the time I was in my late 20s, I was approaching 300 pounds.
Can't believe that. Look at her. Her like, huh? Her?
Yeah, I was approaching 300 pounds and couldn't walk up 2 flights of stairs without breathing hard. I mean, you know, and it's funny because I went to the doctor and she never told me lose weight. She never told me. She said you've got high blood pressure, right? And I'm gonna have to put you on these meds, and you're just gonna take these meds the rest of your life. So I walked out of the doctor's office and I was like, you know what? The rest of my life at 28, 29 sounds like a long time. And matter of fact, my birthday is next month and I'll be 50.
Wow.
And I feel better and look better at 50 than I did at 29.
Come on now. Come on.
Yeah. And I appreciate just the opportunity to live. But yeah, and that was my journey. And then I started, even before, I started eating Big Macs with no meat, because I didn't really know what to do, but my health was most important, and so I've just bumped my head up against the wall and kept going until I was leading a plant-based lifestyle. So I got a real hood, shy way to become plant-based.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
That's dope.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love that. That's very real too, because for me it happened in college. Shout out to Bennett College for Women. They produce some dynamic women.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
No.
That's what's up.
In all seriousness, it was really my peers and my peer circle and the people I was around.
Okay.
So, you have peer pressure. It's not always bad. For me, it was a good thing because that was 1992. And we had 2 separate cafeterias at the time at the college. One was for, the regular basic diet, and then they had a vegetarian cafeteria. Well, most of the sisters I met there were already vegetarian when I got to college.
Wow.
So I wanted to sit with them. You know what I'm saying? That's my crew. So I'm like, man, I got to sit all the way over here because I'm eating over here. And they were sitting over there. They'd be like, hold up, Al. We'll see you after class. Sitting over here. So after a while, I'm like, let me try some of the vegetarian. It can't be that bad. You know what I mean? And it just kind of hit. And then I would talk to my parents about it, and they would tell me their history. My whole history, family on both sides, my mom and dad, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease. So it was important for me as I began to develop as a young woman to take certain steps to my diet and my health.
Oh, that's awesome.
So mine wasn't even like you know what I'm saying? It was just really like my associations and who I was around and what I was allowing, for myself.
Got it.
Leaving from college, I joined the Nation of Islam. So it wasn't too far-fetched from the diet. So I was understanding some things in that. However, it just went to a whole different level in terms of my association. I'm thankful. I raised my children vegetarian. Now
that's wonderful.
they total vegan, GMO. They come over like, Mom, what's this? Look, child. You know what I'm
saying?
Right. I thought too. But I love it. You know what I mean? I told my mom, I'm embracing it because now it's like the blueprint has been set. Your children, they take some of you, but then they come into their own.
Bring their own, right.
So I just love it because now they're looking at me like, Mom, look at this oatmeal. It has flaxseed. Leave it up. But Mom, do you see GMO?
Right.
But I love it because now they're just trying to tell me, and I embrace it. Like, oh, okay, what's up? Reading the labels, okay, because, you were taught that, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's like we were talking on the ride over here. What I love about your story and what you do is a part of what I do, plant-based precedes me. Like, it's just out there. You know what I mean? Like, don't go eat at his house because, he plant-based and he been that way, right? But there are people who are aware of what you do, who you are, and have no idea that you're plant-based, and it's been really such an honor to hang out with you. And I think that's one of the things, and we're not going to spend the whole 2 hours, but we want to integrate the plant-based lifestyle. It's not as taboo as it was when I started 20 years ago.
No, it's not.
Put it that way. You know what I mean? It was almost like if I went somewhere, people were like, sit in the corner, don't talk to us. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, the only thing we could come together on was cocktails because they start out with grains. Look at Sonya. She like, yeah. You know, but in all reality, there are people out there. We want to bring some information, but integrate it. You know,
Absolutely.
we want to make it. I don't want to use the word sexy, but we want to have an adult conversation. And I think just like you, my parents, we never had a conversation about it, other than the fact that they had everything.
Right.
My parents had everything. If there was a lifestyle disease that black people have, my parents had them all twice. Really. I'm talking about diabetes. I'm talking about you could go down to glaucoma. My dad was a cancer survivor. All of my uncles on my dad's side, all of them died from cancer. High blood pressure, you know, and I was following in those footsteps. You know, so for me, the idea is choice.
And I love what you said about when the doctor told you, well, this is this. Okay, you got this, you got this, you got that. You need to, lose the weight and the high blood pressure. And you're just going to have to take medicine the rest of your life.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
what
looked
she
at that
said.
and said, absolutely not.
Yeah. So I did the plant-based African or any of these when I have talks, the idea is just choice. I don't want you to feel like you got to eat what I eat, but I just want you to know that diabetes is not a have to.
That's right. And to that point, so when we all go to the doctor wants to know what's in your history.
What's in your history?
What's your hereditary? Like, what did your parents have?
Right.
So.
And it's your plate that's in your history.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I remember going to the doctor with my dad, and they would tell him, well, he can't eat bananas. I said, that's interesting.
Oh, we talked about that.
Absolutely.
Can't have a banana. That's crazy.
Why can't he have a banana? It comes from the earth. It's natural. It's a banana. It's fruit.
Right.
Well, bananas have a lot of sugar in it. You don't give your dad any bananas. Could it be the balance of what he's not eating and what he's eating and the lack thereof?
Yeah.
Who's that? So then they wanted to know the blank.
Right, exactly. The blank, right.
This is the daughter. She's, plant-based.
Right.
But to them,
No
it was
doubt.
kind of like, no. But maybe it's because of the other things she's eating and the meats and the things that are not balancing out with the one banana that doesn't have as much as the other stuff.
The banana is the enemy. They told my dad no strawberries. No strawberries. It's real talk, Sonya. Like, yeah. I mean, like, she's in there like, but doctors are saying this to our elders, middle-aged, and now I got a cousin, he's 32. And, and it's like,
32?
32.
He can't eat.
No strawberries. But there's no balance, right? Nobody, but you can have Popeyes all day long, but no strawberries.
No balance in the Popeyes.
Right.
With the biscuit.
Right.
Okay. With the butter.
Right. Absolutely. So
I think we have a guest that's ready. You ready for a guest?
We have a guest that's ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do we really? Oh, yeah, absolutely. No doubt. We do that. When do we have to take our break? We're going to ask a lot of questions. Right now? Okay, we're going to break right now, and then we're going to come back with our guest.
So we're going to take a break? Okay, stay tuned, everybody.
The Collective Conversation. Come on back. Tell some people we're on.
That's right.
I'm new at this. Africa's not. Share.
WIFTDPM. The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
WIFTDPM.
Welcome back to the Collective Conversation. Sitting in, we've got Brother Sadeek and Sister Afrika. What's happening, Afrika?
What's happening? Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the Collective Conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, you all, drop us in the thread if there's some questions you have, something you want to know, or anything you want us to talk about. Drop us a comment in the thread, and we're getting ready to have our first guest. So we're going to let Afrika bring her in and talk about this super dynamic sister.
I'm so excited, everybody. So I met this lovely lady, way before children again. It was obviously over 30 years ago. Feel interesting saying that.
Wow.
And I would see her all the time. And she embraced elegancy, class. Actually heard her sing jazz. And she was just like a moving art piece, if you will. And we ended up knowing a lot of the same people, and we collaborated on a lot of projects. We started to build together and bring our children together and do family things. And we got to know each other. Actually, she adorned me this piece I'm wearing. She is an artist by every facet of the word.
Real talk.
Oh, man. Let me just stop here and let you all see this beautiful modelesque Fanta Selah.
Peace, how are you?
Peace, Goddess. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Good. Thank you.
So we're having this collective conversation here. You know Brother Sadeek.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks, my sister.
Yes, I had the pleasure of working with him a little bit, maybe a month or two ago. So yeah, such a pleasure. What a pleasant surprise.
Very nice.
Trying to get the lighting right.
You look beautiful. The lighting is fine.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. I think the lighting will get right with you.
Thank you, right? So we're having this dialogue. We're in preparation for a show here at What's in It for the Black People radio on plant-based Africans. So we wanted to pull on people who are in alignment with that. And you and I have done many dinners and meetups and food nights and beach days. You know what I'm saying? Where we've had to bring food and eat and dine and enjoy, conversation. So we thought you would be fitting for this. Can you share your plant-based journey with us?
Of course, I would love to. So basically, I moved to Chicago in '99, and it's so hilarious that within 3 days, I was a vegetarian.
Wow.
Period.
Wow.
And that was because I basically had food poisoning at a Chinese restaurant, General Tso chicken, no hating. But exactly. So blank. And so basically my whole system was shut down for 3 days, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm a vegetarian now. And basically what happened was within 6 months, I'd reconnected with one of my aunties who was actually a soul food chef. And so I actually regressed into eating some food. And then for 6 months, I ate meat again. And it wasn't until I educated myself that I could solidify the concepts of, okay, what is the food doing for me? How am I destroying my body through, eating dead flesh, etc. And so then through, Queen Afua, Layla Afrika, so much information out there. I decided, I'm a vegetarian. And basically, also fasting went right along with it. And I was always just a very spiritual individual. So everything just kind of molded together into one. So it's been a really beautiful journey. So it's been over 20 years, plant-based. And I've just found like the best food that you can eat is literally at home. Because, restaurants are amazing, every now and again. But there's nobody that can make a salad like you. I don't know what to say. Restaurants don't know how to do it.
I love it.
Restaurants don't have that secret sauce. I'm sorry.
I love it, Fanta. And all the times we've talked, we've never had to talk about how we came into our diet. So I'm just like, wow, 3 days of how you came on this journey. That's amazing.
That's crazy, isn't it? 3 days. Right?
Wow.
It was a revelation. It's like Chicago is really a vortex. So, you guys really affected me. I came in and I was transformed. It was amazing.
Wow, that's wonderful. So do me a favor, just talk a little bit about how you engage and how you feel about this conversation, because one of the things that I'd like to do, and I know it's personal to me, is people can go through stages where you are, I guess, really adamant about sharing your, what you are and what you do. And it can be, quite frankly, it can be off-putting to some people, based on, what because food for Black people is emotional.
Oh, yeah.
It's
comfort.
It's a lot. It's comfort. It's family. It's a lot. So it represents, it can trigger a lot of things, but just talk about how you engage others. And, I've seen you just so your energy is wonderful, and it's never abrasive, and people flock to you. But how do you share your diet and your journey so that it's more incorporating as opposed to off-putting to people?
Well, it's so interesting. A lot of times people are very inquisitive. Like, let's say, oh, your skin is so clear. What do you do? Or, I'm trying to lose weight. What do you suggest? So it's so funny how it just kind of naturally goes into the conversation, because nutrition really is the key to health and wellness and usefulness, period. But, I'm definitely non-abrasive. And let me see. So let's say you'd be dining with someone and they would be eating meat. Like, for instance, I was in New York once, and on 2 different occasions, a whole fish was on the table, fried whole fish. And I mean, you can't judge. I mean, and you just have to, stick to your discipline and what have you. And I really feel like if they bring it up in conversation, do it, but don't be too pushy. Don't be too evangelistic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love everybody. You said a whole fish, not a piece of a fish. You said a whole fish.
And they ate the eyes. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild. And,
but,
that's a one-off. That's a one-off, because I got family that eats fish, but they're not touching the eyes. You know what I mean? That's a one-off, right, Sonia?
That's next level.
That's not happening. Right? No.
I totally understand.
Right, exactly.
So, Fanta, can you tell us in the audience here? Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in, watching this collective conversation with plant-based African people here.
Love it.
I'd be remiss if I did not allow you and ask you to please speak about what it is that you do.
Sure, of course. Okay, so basically, I know my purpose on this earth is to heal. And, I was so blessed to be an artist of so many dimensions. And so I'm actually a fine artist.
Yes.
Specializing in portraiture, landscapes, abstract, 3D abstract. Also, a lot of people know me for my crystal jewelry designs, which heal the mind, body, and spirit. I also do ancient Egyptian henna art. I'm a Reiki energy healer of 13 years. I'm also a vocalist. So I worked with the Honorable Phil Coran for 8 years. And I dabble in world music, reggae, and jazz. And what else? It's limitless. So and then just in my own back office, I'm an herbalist, nutritionist, what have you. I don't really publicize that. But I studied Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine, and Western herbs as well. What else? I guess we're infinite. Anything you decide.
Right. I was going to say the better question might be, what is it you don't
do?
Right.
And you're so graceful in it. And I noticed that lately you've been doing something different with your locks. Can you share about your hair? I think that's very interesting.
Thank you. So now it seems like every day it's a new do, because
I noticed that. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
So I've been wearing it down, so the spiral's down on the side. But so when I take a shower, I have to pin it up, and so that's when the art begins. And so the key is I have to try to balance the weight of my hair so it doesn't stress out my hair follicles, and that's just a constant journey and focus. Yeah. And so today, the universe is just like, okay, you're doing it like this today. I'm just like, this is so harmonious because it feels weightless because everything is balanced. So, hallelujah.
Wow,
yeah, that's awesome.
But I call it. So I normally would have the cosmic crown, and but now, just the cosmic spirals, I just have a whole new life to them. So I'm just really grateful.
Hey, Fanta, someone's asking a question. May I?
Please.
Oh, thank you.
Please.
They're asking, do you feel that plant-based veganism helps with menstrual cycle issues, i.e. pain and frustration headaches?
You guys want me to jump in there?
I'm sure you have an
answer. Oh, my God. So I was 19 when I became a vegetarian, and my cramps stopped.
Wow.
That's true.
I used to have intense, oh my God, my whole body was suffering from cramps back in middle school. But literally, no cramps. And then even, yes.
Girl, oh my God, I'm just like, I remember like in high school, and for those who went to Kenwood that would remember this, know that I'm not, fibbing. I mean, I literally have to leave, and go home or go to the hospital every month. So embarrassing, right? But my cramps were so bad. And guess what? It took me to go all the way to college again to learn veganism, vegetarianism in the 90s, to not eat meat, for me not to be in pain, cramped up, missing class in college.
Wow.
True story.
Wow.
I mean, it also, I hate to say it, but I used to throw up a lot. You know what I mean? And if I think about it right, it's like throwing up all the bad stuff. And once I stopped eating it, I wasn't nauseated. I didn't have a headache. I wasn't throwing up. It's so, so true. So shout out to the person on the live who sent that question. And I hope that we have answered.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's, and just to not to go into that, because I definitely
I'm sure you have a contribution.
I know, but I don't know.
How were your cramps in college?
I didn't have any.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have it. And I don't have any to this very day.
You still don't?
Yeah, but I think it's more of a
menopause,
gender hormonal thing than plant-based. But I do know a young lady that literally was scheduled to have a hysterectomy and literally had fibroids and had been using hormones as treatment from the doctors, changed her diet, and the fibroids went away.
Wow.
No more meds, no more of that. As a matter of fact, they were talking about their diet with the doctor, and she was like, "What's your diet like?" And she was like, "Well, I only eat fish, chicken, and turkey, because that's the healthy thing to do."
Right.
And
I
the
don't eat beef or pork.
Right, and the doctor looked at her and said, "That's exactly what's feeding your fibroids." And as soon as she let the fish, chicken, and turkey go, the fibroids went with it. So just sharing that, there are stories out there, and there's a lot. Absolutely. Again, it's a balance piece, and somebody put in the link there, dairy products, and there's a lot that goes into it and how it affects your body. But
absolutely,
thanks for sharing that. That's a great share.
And Fanta, we won't hold you. We know you have to get back to your artistry and doing the work that you do so well. We just want to thank you from the Collective Conversation, Plant-Based African, What's in It for the Black People family, taking the time out to be here with us today.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate
you. Of course.
You.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Absolutely.
Yes,
and we'll be talking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect.
I want to send a shout out to Cassandra Taylor and Rachel Lindsay, Tiger Lily. You all are keeping it going on here. Raymond Hubbard, thanks for your comments and all of these wonderful suggestions and everything that you have shared with us. And again, thank you, Fanta, for joining us. We'll see you real soon.
Absolutely. So we got to go. We got to go up into the break, Africa.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get more into some of you. I know your journey, right?
Yeah.
So what do you say when people are just like, man, do your food be good? I mean, we get all these kind of things. So that's why you so little.
Here's the thing.
Do you eat? You know what I'm saying? Brothers be on that.
Here's what I tell people all the time. Like I'm from a traditional black family. We do not do bland.
Oh, you got the
non-good, whatever it takes. My mom was the best cook in the universe. My grandmother was better than that, and my grandmother before her. So the point being is that, being plant-based we don't sacrifice taste. We don't sacrifice taste. So yeah, I love great tasting food.
All right.
Yeah, it's never stopped.
That's what's up.
What about you?
Oh, same.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let me just say this. Shout out to blank Johnny's. They
Chef, what's happening?
Man, Sadeek, I can't talk about this show and not mention you.
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
You and the beautiful
That's my brother. That's,
Nasia.
and yes.
Queen.
Chef,
she just had a birthday.
King and Queen Chef.
They are so
Shout
beautiful.
out.
Majani's right there on 72nd and Exchange. You know, I remember before they had the restaurant, they were catering and cooking and doing their thing. They catered all of my homeschool graduations.
Did they?
All of them. And we're at about 17 now. So that's, all these dates and stuff is making me feel some type of way. But yeah, they have been rocking with us a long time. I'm so thankful. And just recently on Giving Thanks Day, they called and they wanted to bless some people. You like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I felt the liking energy.
Yeah. Talk some more about that.
What I'm saying? Some people got a Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. This is Giving Thanks Day, right? You know, the language is so important. They called and wanted to bless some people, and it was so beautiful. And it was a lot of people. We were feeding people and doing all these food giveaways leading up to that day, Giving Thanks Day, you know. And he called and said, I know you know some people. You know, I did the work over with the beautiful people at Leo High School. Shout out to Principal Shaka, man.
Leo.
Dr. Saba,
great people out of great people out of Leo.
Man, so many people came out to help and Darius and give turkeys away and all type of things that aren't play-based. But yeah, it was all good, and we did that, and it's all good. And it was a lot of people that got turned away. That was the downside of that. And it showed you that people are really hungry.
Right.
And people have a need. They needed that food. So the line was wrapped around the corner, you know. And when Sadeek called, he said, Afrika, you got at least 10 people who are blessing people today with some vegan food. I was come
on through.
Man, so and then he came and brought the food, man. So shout out to Sadeek, man.
Well, you know what we just started, Afrika?
What's that?
We just started. For next November, we're going to do the plant-based African food giveaway.
Come on, man.
Who's feeding the people that balance?
That's right.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
Honestly, I did feel some type of way. I was honored and humbled and thankful to be there, to be given, but I was like, it's a turkey.
It's a turkey. And you got to meet the people where they are.
You do.
But
where's
the balance? You know what I mean? Where's the balance? So we're going to help balance it out.
All right.
Yeah, we got Sadeek, you know, we shout out to Soul Vegan.
Soul Vegan, man.
Soul Vegan.
And they carried me a long way.
Every Whole Food store, you can find them in Chicago, right on 71st Street. What's the blank on 71st? They just opened up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Used to be where the other blank was. But it's 71st and Jeffrey. Y'all know where 71st and Jeffrey is.
What's the name?
It's not black owned.
Oh, okay.
So Vegan is black owned, but they
in
the blank. Right. So we had the break. So share the broadcast. You guys, the comments are great. Keep it going. We got one more hour. Come back and join us on the collective conversation. Yes. Brother Sadeek and Sister Afrika.
WIFTPM.
What's up, good people? If you didn't tune in to the last I Said What I Said, here's what you missed. This legendary journalist, man, his list of accomplishments goes on and on. He's an author, a brother. He is someone that, for me, I've looked up to literally since I was about 11 or 12 years old. And this was really before I knew his name. I mean, I knew what Slam Magazine was. That's kind of what you did as a shorty. But I didn't even know that he wrote for it, right? And I had read plenty of his articles, but I didn't know that the dude who I saw every morning on my way to school was Scoop Jackson. Eastside crazy, man. So, growing up over there where I grew up, there wasn't a whole lot of positive male representation. I would walk down the block past his house every morning. I would see him coming out of his driveway, right? He had this coldest truck, black Pathfinder, if I recall. I would see him, and he would always just take a couple minutes to chop it up, and it would just be me or, you know, a couple of my guys just walking to school. And again, over there wasn't a whole lot of representation of positive black males. I don't know that you were aware of the difference that you were making on us at the time.
I don't want to say I don't believe in the concept of giving back. I feel if you give back, that means that you left. So my whole purpose in never leaving the same neighborhood I came up in is that I never gave back. You just give. I would hope that I would have impact on what your everyday lives were. I could be the one dude in the neighborhood that stopped and spoke to you, which I think is really important.
Yeah.
You know, because young individuals in black neighborhoods, especially young men, get ignored very quickly.
All
they
the time.
Get dismissed. Right. They get minimized. And the one thing, I still do it to this day. You know, say what's up to everybody, especially young brothers, because we have a tendency not to acknowledge one another. And I've never lived that life. My hope was that, you know, us having the small time and me just being there, and you all, just developing a relationship with me and me developing a relationship with you would have at least a small impact on you. It would give you like, there's some decent people around me. There's something I can look forward to maybe. If I don't have anybody else in this neighborhood that I can talk to that can identify with me, right, I can ring Scoop's doorbell. You got a good memory. It was a black Pathfinder too. You good.
Coldest truck I had seen. I was like, yo, that's raw. Cuz balling. I said what I said. Urban 2, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Yeah, man. Ideas, man.
You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free.
Let's go.
Standing my ground, I can't mess around now. It's like my time is in a bottle, captured by your love, yeah. Now I know women's got this thing going on. We can't stay around so long, but I wanna come correct. Baby, get your foot off my neck. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind thee. Understand clearly, that you wanna be free. It's the time that you spend making me think within. Is the trust still beginning? Fade away from beginning of the day. I can see you trembling times, and I can see you wondering mine. Is it me considered? Is you that's with it? See, you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind thee. It's so clear to see, baby, that you wanna be free. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind thee. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free, yeah. I'm just trying to be the best I can. You can call me the troubling man. Matter of fact, I'm from the side of the street. Baby girl, you're calling on me at the time that I feel your presence around me. Something that I can't let go. It's your time, everything around me there. I just wanna hold on, but you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free. I just wanna come correct best I can. Baby, get your foot on my neck. And just before you just leave, baby, I've been trying to tell you I can breathe. You don't have to find me, baby, I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you want me free. Pressure.
WIFTBPM.
We're back. Thank
What's up,
you,
what's up?
Sonia. She's the best.
She
We're
really
back.
is.
The collective conversation with Sadeek and Sister Afrika. We in the building, brother. Her
Wait,
keeping
say
us
Sadeek
together.
again.
Sadeek.
I love the way you say it.
Well, I tried to make sure I'm pronouncing words correctly, you know?
I love it.
It's like, our new vice president, people say her name wrong all the time. You know what I'm saying? So is it, they say Kamala. So you want to make sure you're pronouncing names right.
Makes sense to me.
So I put the emphasis on their front, It's interesting you would say that. So I was with a group of women last night. They did a piece called Healing the Village. And they wanted us to wear white and meet up at the Trauma Center at the University of Chicago for all the children who we've lost during the pandemic. Because we have the pandemic, but then it's like, we have the things that are constant, sadly. And so we met over at the University of Chicago Trauma Center.
Wow.
And she wanted 500 women to have a healing chain, to pray and meditate and, tap in with the ancestors to, acknowledge our children that are, transcendent. So Queen's sister was there. Shout out to Queen's sister. And she looks at me and she says, Afrika. She has never called me Africa. So back to the whole naming piece, you know what I'm saying? And I just looked at her, it was a moment, but I had to laugh because
sometimes you gotta let it go. I can't even tell you what people call me. Sometimes.
What do they call you? Meathead?
I can't tell you. Huh?
Meathead?
No.
Oh, okay.
They used to.
Okay.
Not now. That's like fake meathead, like
fake
seitan.
meathead, right.
Yeah.
Veggie meatball.
Right,
yeah.
absolutely. Oh, okay, wonderful.
So we're back. We're excited. And thank you all again. Please like and share. We have some good stuff coming for you, and we think that it's valuable information for you as well.
Absolutely. So, again, like, share. We see the comments. Shout out to, is that Sister Angela Williams? She says she's thoroughly enjoying the show.
Hey, Angela,
much love and
she's
appreciation.
Awesome.
Yeah,
she's awesome.
So if you get a chance, just shout us out, share the program. We got a whole nother hour, but we got somebody else backstage.
We do.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I don't know. You should we bring this brother out? He's pretty powerful.
He's very powerful. What I do know is that wherever he's at, he's wearing some bell bottoms. I do know that.
Does he have, well, this is COVID. Well, I'm not even going to say that. He might not even have pants on. It's COVID. This brother.
We go back.
So let me say this.
Yes,
I'm gonna let you get your, because we're talking 30 years. I met this brother in 1984.
Wow. Wow. I was
no.
84. I was 5.
No. It might have been 83. But anyway, it's 83, 84ish. I met him in grammar school.
Wow.
And this is how spiritually we are connected. So my dad's brother lived about, I would say, less than a mile from where I grew up. And so my favorite cousin stayed in that house. And I played in that house where my uncle, my aunt, my cousins grew up. Shout out to my cousins over on Emerald. And they're not there anymore. But they moved back to the South in like 1970, close to 1980, something like that. So anyway, I'm getting on the school bus, ready to go to school. Shout out to the Beasley Bees.
All right, now Beasley in the building.
And I'm on my way to Beasley, and I'm on the bus minding my own business, and this little knot-headed boy gets on the bus and sits next to me, and we've just been friends ever since.
Wow.
So I don't know what year that was, but all the way back to going to grammar school, and now just shout out to Kahari B, the disco poet who's backstage with us. Can we bring him in? Where's my brother?
Come on, Kahari Disco Poet.
Where you at? Say something, brother.
Spit that rhyme.
I'm saying
Come on,
something.
brother.
Can you hear me?
What'd you say? Is your internet on? You got AT&T?
It is.
You got blank.
I'm blank. Yeah, my bad.
Is it?
You in the car trying to get that laptop?
Right, you got. There he is. That's my
Okay,
brother.
perfect. Boom.
Hey, what's happening?
What's happening, Afri? What's up?
Good to
Sadeek?
see you, brother.
Hey.
Now, Sadeek done shared how you all came to know each other in elementary school. I can't remember. Could you share? When did we first meet? I don't even remember. It's just been a long time.
Tripped out because as Sadeek was telling our history, I'm like, when did me and Afri meet? And it was like, because we only call you Africa in formal situations. But I want to say we met in a car, and I can't remember who was driving, but that we was on the way to a party.
Y'all met in the car. Never mind. Go ahead.
We met in a car. Whoever was driving picked up both of us to get to whatever party we were going to.
We was going to the warehouse or the B-side on Belmont or the Bismarck.
Wow.
We was going to we was hitting some parties. Let's just say that's all I can tell you. And she was in the car, and I was in the car, and I probably Dwayne and Nefertari and
that's what I'm thinking. Dwayne
Powell,
Nefertari, Knockham.
We were like 20 deep in a four-seater. And
Tony Hatchett comes to mind. Wow.
Probably so. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Gabe. Okay. Yeah. It was one of them. But look, we happy that we all met, man.
And we were kicking it partners from that moment on.
Man.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. Our children grew up
me
together.
Me and Sadeek are on the bus, and me and you in the car.
Wow. That's so shy. All about them vehicles, right?
We moving.
Cars and buses.
Man, I'm so Chicago, man.
Well, I'm just glad it wasn't the short yellow bus.
Thank you, okay?
We could have met on that one.
And I'm glad the car got us to all the parties we went to, and we here today. You understand me?
And here we be.
So, Kahari, let me just say this, and this is one of the things that Afrika and I talked about because we're building up. We're appreciative of the platform. Mm-hmm. We really want to get into our show that'll be debuting in the first of the year. Mm-hmm. But part of the design is to appreciate that is to integrate this whole notion of being plant-based. And so what I'm loving about our guest, our conversation, and including Afrika agreeing, because she agreed. I had to call her. I was like, Afrika, I need you to do something with me. She was like, wait on, Sadeek. Hold on. I need you to sign some forms first. I'm going to email those over. But what I love about the conversation is I consider you and Afrika, and not necessarily myself, crossover people. Like your notoriety and fame, because you famous to me, fam. You get it? You famous to me. Both of you.
Yeah, tell that
it's not built on the fact that you're plant-based, but you're plant-based people that happen to be making it happen in this world. And so there are people who follow you and know the disco poet, know Sister Afrika, who have no idea that you're a plant-based individual. So what I want to do is have you talk a little bit about your journey, what got you started, and we already know how fabulous you're an artist. If you don't know, check them out and pub yourself up and let us know how we can find you. But talk a little bit about what got you on the plant-based journey for those that may not know.
So my entry, I'm gonna first give credit to my parents as my entry point because they raised us, my siblings and I, as vegetarians. As the story goes, when my mom was pregnant with me, she got sick off of some bacon, and they was like, "We're done with this meat stuff," and that was that. They were already in a community of a lot of health-based people. So I don't know what their transition experience was, but to me, in my head, it was an easy kind of change. Probably easier for my dad because my mom was still sneaking Big Macs, into my into my preteens.
Big Mac, layer fish, quarter.
Right, no doubt.
In that being the entry point, I've never had beef. I've never had pork or any of the other land animals.
Interesting.
Never, ever, except I had, I know one time when I was a shorty, I had some pork skins because I didn't know they was pork skin. They were just called chickarones or whatever. And I was like,
is that what you brought on the bus?
So you had some too.
I'm trying. Well, yeah, but I wasn't like him.
He probably gave them to me.
I think I gave them to you.
He was like, "These is good potato chips." I just thought they was potato chips.
These is crunchy.
So, because I was such a small little guy, like eventually in my teenage years, my doctors convinced my parents to put us at least on poultry. So at that point, I started eating chicken and turkey. It was when everything started being made out of turkey. That period of time, where it was like, now there's turkey dogs and there's turkey this and there's blah, blah, blah. So we did that. But then as becoming vegan in 99, I was partying super duper hard every day but Tuesday. And
turned up. Oh, that's
right. Oh, the good old times, And I got put into the hospital because I couldn't breathe. This asthma thing that I'd been dealing with my whole life had kicked in, and the inhaler wasn't making it go away. So my parents rushed me to the emergency room, and I ended up being there for a week because they were like, you have this chronic condition. I'm trying to shorten this story as much as I can. But eventually what I was told is that I had the lungs of a 64-year-old smoker who had smoked their entire lives. And I had never smoked anything at all. And it was being in clubs full of smoke. This is the days of the cool parties and all that kind, everybody was smoking in the club but me. But from sucking in so much secondhand smoke, my lungs was like black.
Wow.
They were just black.
Wow.
So I got out of there with a bag full of prescriptions and medicines and drugs and things. And I just didn't want to live that way. My son's mom turned me on to Dr. Hapi, this renowned naturopath in Chicago. And Dr. Hapi suggested the vegan diet for me to allow my lungs to heal and recorrect themselves. And
so let's do this. Let's do this, Kahari. We're gonna bring you back. We gotta take a break and we gotta pay some bills. But we want to bring you back on the other side of the break to wrap it up. Talk about your journey. With us? Yeah, can you wait with us? And then we'll talk some more about it.
I can definitely do that.
Okay, let's go to break. All right. The Collective Conversation. We'll see you on the other side.
WIFTVPN.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Boys, step aside. The Radio Rookie is in the building. The Book of Dawn, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media.
Fun guy. What's tomorrow? Fun guy, what's up, baby? What it do, baby? Yeah, yo, what it do?
No sense, I'll be telling you.
What's going on, Chicago? What's In It for the Black People Media presents
I want to go higher. Oh, my God. Call your sons, call your daughters, call your friends, call your neighbors.
The Big Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. with Eugene McIntosh and Terrence Tomlin. We got what you need right here on What's In It for the Black People Media.
WIFTVPN. WIFTVPN.
This is a Black Diamond production.
WIFTVPN.
Welcome back to the Collective Conversation with Brother Sadeek and Sister Afrika. Glad to have you. We want you to like, share, and comment. Let us know if there's something you want to talk about. We still got our brother Kahari behind stage, but we got to pay a couple bills. And you know this is definitely to pay the bills. So, Sonya, we're going to have to talk about this, but I'm going to read it. Afrika said she wasn't going to read it. All right, this is for the Woodlawn. Jerk chicken, ribs, turkey tips, and more can all be ordered online or by phone from the Woodlawn, located at 1200 East 79th Street. The Woodlawn on Chicago's South Side is where food, culture, and making an impact intersect. What's in it for the Black People Media is proud to support the Woodlawn, an innovative economic center for the entire family. Experience the igloo dining or host your own socially distanced event and more. Contact them and see it online at thewoodlawn1200.com. That's thewoodlawn1200.com. All right. That took something.
Pay them bills, man. I know that was hard for you.
Woodlawn, call us. We got some vegan vendors.
Absolutely, we got to balance.
We got to balance it. We can put some plant-based stuff in there.
That's right. It's all about balance.
Yeah, we got to balance it. That's what we're calling for.
That's right.
Much appreciated. So let's get our brother back. Kahari, you back with us?
I'm here.
Oh, there he is. So we got up to, you being vegan. So we got about 4 minutes left. Gotcha. Tell us a little bit about your vegan experience. We know you do cooking classes and make meals for people. I have yet to get one. And
but wait, can you tell us the name that you are using?
Yeah, how do you go in the vegan community? Because you got two names.
I go into the vegan community as the vegan gangster.
Oh, the vegan gangster. That's so Chicago. That's so Chicago.
That's so. And the company is called Disco Pantry instead of Disco Poetry, which is what I typically run around as. It's Disco Pantry. And we run out all of this disco goodness.
Got it. So tell us a little bit about those two pieces, right? The vegan piece.
It came about. A friend of mine. People have been asking me about the lifestyle for forever and a day. But a friend of mine was like, "Hey, I need you to teach me how to cook the way you cook." And I said, "Cool." And both of us kind of procrastinated, vacillated on it. He had a heart attack, and ended up in the hospital, and it was mild. He moved through it easy, but I was like, oh crap, all this waiting went bad. So I told him, as soon as you get out, I'm gonna start these classes, and that's just what we did. So I started teaching people, because going into the lifestyle, everybody tells you how not to eat. Don't eat this, don't eat that, They don't tell you what to eat and how to make that stuff.
Right.
It's a whole new learning process.
That's right.
Love it.
We don't have the luxury of childhood of watching our parents cook and prepare these foods and knowing what to do. So you have to start out like a child. So I started doing the classes to assist people in their transition, or at least expose them to how it goes. And it's been really good. It's been really good. I love doing it. And then I started just, for the lazier people who don't want to cook, I just started serving meals every now and again when I feel like it, and folks come through and just pick up a pre-prepared meal.
And let me just say this to that, because I don't know if you looked at me as a lazy person that didn't want to cook. But you called me during the pandemic. And you said, I want to honor certain people and get these meals delivered to them. And I never forgot that. Let me just say thank you. I thought that was just so thoughtful, because no one has to care. No one has to be nice. Nobody got to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has to cook food for you that's healthy.
A blessing.
And credit to that goes to Howie. Howie Bailey.
Howie, yes.
Yeah. He called me and was like, hey, you got some people who just deserve some love. And I'll buy all the meals if you make them. And I was like, cool. And I ran my list down. Of course, you were on it. And we got those meals. Off the people. And
I say that was beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so much. Shout out to Howie. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. All right, brother. Tell the people how they can find you.
That's right.
What's coming up next? Talk to us.
What's happening? I'm disco poetry on everything. I actually haven't done a meal service in some time, but I was told this past weekend that I better get on it. So it'll be coming up soon. And usually I'll post it like the night before on Facebook, and people they'll order throughout the next morning.
Nice.
And I just run that out the door. So I'm disco poetry on everything. DISCOPOETRY. And if you put in vegan gangster, I'll definitely pop up. And that's gangsta, GANGSTA, not ER, not ER. And what's coming up? I'm putting together some stuff to engage our audience that are not going to be doing a debauchery ball this year.
Okay.
But we want to touch down with our people because it's a beautiful kind of thing. And just spread the love any way I can. I got a new book coming out called Karen Must Be Stopped. So that's the next project.
Come on,
say that again.
One more time.
Karen Must Be Stopped.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Wait a minute. Can you expound a little bit on that? Karen, how do you spell that?
That's Karen. Karen Must Be Stopped. And it's all poems based on all of these different Karen incidences that have happened all over the world. So
I love it.
You so creative.
That's
man.
KKKAREN.
That is correct.
Must be stopped.
Karen must be stopped. I love it, man. Whatever we can do to support you, already know.
You know, and then I'm pushing people to or encouraging people to get the last book, which just didn't, because of the pandemic, didn't get out there like it was. Haiku for Justice, and it's 400 haiku written over 400 days around social justice issues. So, and they can find the links for that on my page, Kahari, KHARI. Bowden on Facebook, BOWDEN, but it's disco poetry on anything and everything.
Love it.
So I'm easy.
Love it.
I'm accessible. Thank you all for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother.
And now I can go put on some pants.
Yeah, go ahead. Make sure they bell bottoms.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
Appreciate you, brother. Stay safe.
Thank you both. Thank you both. I love y'all.
Our
love
pleasure.
You more.
So look that brother up, you guys. We got a little more show. We got another half hour, so we want you to share, comment. Let's bring some other people into the collective conversation. So it's, quite frankly, y'all, it's tough in here. We're actually we're auditioning for our show, and they've already told us that if we don't get 50 people in this room, then we're not going to be able to have a show. So we're at about 30. We teetering between 38 and 41 people. So
now,
let's
hold on. YouTube counts too.
Who we got on YouTube?
We have about 20 on YouTube.
We got 20 on. Okay, so we need to get about 30 on YouTube, and we need 50 here on Facebook. They're watching us. All right. So I mean, they're standing off to the side right now. Literally, like you got to get those numbers up, brother. And Sonia is watching us. She got it all up. YouTube, Facebook, everything.
I'm taking notes. The comments are off the chain.
That's what we want. That's
like
what. And
vegan sour cream. What?
Yeah, we got vegan sour cream,
yeah.
and people are asking us about vegan vendors, and these are the things we're going to be bringing to you because there's just a world that we feel that needs to be exposed, but we want to do it through African culture, through our relationships. I mean, you're walking amongst people that you had no idea are plant-based and know what to do, and that's part of the platform.
Absolutely. Let me say shout out to Tabitha Brown, who just sent me a message. Of course, I met Tabitha through this brother right here.
Wow. Now, she met Tabitha. Well, my phone is off. So, Tabitha, if you listening, you ain't shoot your brother a message? No.
No, I was on her page earlier because we were doing the show.
I'm messing around. That's my homie.
Right, and so, I was honored, Brother Sadeek and my queen sister Cassiopeia Uhuru of the blackmall.com, blank. They wanted me to...
They got shea butter.
They wanted me to host a vegan festival at Hales Franciscan High School.
They do.
Where my son went. And I was honored, and I had to introduce Tab. And she came, and we just had a wonderful, wonderful time. And she brought her energy, her spirit, her understanding, and her journey, and shared about how she came into the plant-based lifestyle as well.
Wonderful. And Tabitha is like, she's every bit of the spirit that you see that comes through through social media. Tabitha Brown is wonderful. She is a beautiful soul. All right.
It's
Okay,
time for a break?
Are we time for a break?
All
Y'all
right.
just tell us. I was listening for the music. I want
That's when you're late.
Oh, that's when I'm late.
Thank you.
Okay, look, we
Tune
gotta
in
go.
to the
We gotta go pay some
Collective
more bills.
Conversation.
The Collective Conversation, Brother Sadeek and Sister Afrika, come on back with us. Share and like.
Thank you.
WIFTDPM.
Minding our black-owned business. I have a good friend with us this morning. I'm so excited. Jonathan Swain is here. KimBarkBeverage.com. We tend to talk about business a lot. We both are in family businesses. Was this the plan? Because you are second generation business owner.
Yeah. No, actually, I'll talk about it from my father's perspective, and I'll talk about it from my perspective. His perspective, he did not want me to be in this business. The liquor business has a sordid history. You know, they call it a sin business. I mean, it's less that now, but it had a very sordid history. He didn't want me to do this. He wanted me to go off to school. My father was the first person to fire me at 9 years old. I was supposed to be at work at 11 o'clock, and I showed up 5 minutes late, walked me outside, and fired me. And I'll never be late again. So I appreciate him for that. I walked home. My mother said, well, what happened? I said, Dad fired me. What happened? I was late. He said, well, you got fired. You're late. You can't be late. Told you to get up and leave. My side of it, in many ways, I have a very unique rearing experience in that I've never seen my father work a job. So when I was born, my dad was an entrepreneur. Growing up, I'm going to own my own business. I'm going to be in business doing something, controlling my own destiny in some ways. In particular, my father's generation relative to us, there's not a lot of information transfer about how that works. And there's not a lot of context. It's kind of, I'm going to keep you away from the struggles I had so you don't have them. But in not seeing the struggles, you don't know how to get through the struggles. But as I've gotten older and we developed a relationship and talked about it, I began to understand a lot of the bumps and the bruises and the challenges and what makes entrepreneurship and business ownership not for the weak and weary. All the success I've had in business has been a function of with my parents. As fortunate as I am and people look to my business story, there is no business story but for them and what they did. I mean, my dad was the first black business owner in Hyde Park in the 1970s. Hyde Park, though it's in welcoming and inclusive now, wasn't always that way.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stories that he would tell us about the challenges that he had being a black-owned business in Hyde Park back in the 1970s. That success comes from their legacy ultimately.
So what you see? See a bad mother.
Yeah. Ooh. I miss your kiss. Oh, your kiss is one of a kind. It feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss. Ooh. Oh, girl, you don't go too fast. You take your time. Just how I miss. Hey, oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. Keeps me floating, girl. I miss. Oh, and ooh, it feels so good. I wanna come down. Girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on. Oh, when you're not around, girl, I'm weak. I swear I be hearing things. Oh, and if I cannot have you, girl, I'm feeling. Oh, that's such a talent should be.
Okay, show off.
Yeah.
You know,
Welcome back to the Collective Conversation with Brother Sadeek and Sister Afrika. You know you know I was gonna go there, did you?
I know you could. I know.
Just a little bit. It's so shy.
It's so shy.
It's so shy up
You
there.
ain't Chicago if you don't know how to step.
Just a little bit.
You got to know at least what to do.
Just a little bit. Just
And
a
with
little
stepping, the man leads. So women,
Right.
we have to know how to follow.
Now, that's a whole nother show.
Hey, we're back. Thank you for tuning in to the Collective Conversation with Sadeek and Sister Afrika. We're excited that you chose to listen and watch and join us today. Shout out to Sonia over there making it happen. Here is something very important, everybody. Robin Patrice is the home of the flyest handmade items. From natural soap and lotions, VTs that speak for you, jewelry, wickless candles, men's grooming items, and more. Flyness is a choice, so choose Robin Patrice. They truly have something for everyone in the family. Shop online at robinpatrice.com. That's Robin with 2 B's. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Robin Patrice, ROBBIN Patrice, PATRICE.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Africa's got that voice. I'm going to have to lower mine a little bit. Shop at AfrikaPatrice.com.
Somebody said I can fake step as well. Shout out to Angela.
Hey, I love it. Yeah, you got to at least fake it, something.
Fake it till you make it.
Till you make it,
now,
right?
Speaking of social distance, is in order.
Uh-oh, there we go. Let me get a little of that. Where's the hand? A little water. All of that. We're good. Way to spray me, Africa. I love it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, shout out to Healthy Place. I'm the ambassador for Healthy Place
that's
Botanicals.
What I'm talking about.
Absolutely. So this is the organic body mist. You can use it on your body, everything. You know what I mean? So we got a nice little partnership. Yeah, blank.
Yeah. Do they make a men's version?
They do. This is men's.
That is men's.
Yes. Eucalyptus.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay.
And it's nice. Woo. And it can touch your face.
It's in there. It can touch my face.
I do my nose, everything. Yeah.
I feel COVID free already.
COVID free, baby.
I love it.
We got stuff to do.
All right. So where we going? Okay. We're getting there. Sonya, where does the time go?
I told you.
You did. You did. Like, this is why I was like, man, how we going to do this? But we doing it.
She's so awesome. Let me just say this. The shirt that Sonya's wearing is so cold. Did you see her shirt?
Let's see. Stand up.
The shirt is cold, everybody. Phenomenally Latina.
Aye, mommy.
Yeah, small business.
Aye.
Yes.
That's cold.
I made it a point to just.
I love it. I love it.
That's cold.
Ay, Dios mío, ¿por qué no
Represent your set. Represent your set.
So let's talk a little bit about the plant-based African, because I didn't rope you into this thing.
I'm excited.
Just rope. I'm excited too. I love it.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What was for breakfast today? So for people that can learn, you know what I'm saying, about what we eat, what we don't eat, and what's
Like
happening.
a regular day. Right.
Right. Well, let's just say this. For me, it was actually nothing because I fast in the morning.
Every morning?
Every morning.
So you're not a breakfast person at all?
I am, but I'm just choosing to fast in this particular season.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but breakfast can be pancakes. It can be vegan bacon. It could be, I always start out with the familiar stuff because it can be that. Yeah. It could be grits. It could be shrimp and grits. It could be a whole bunch of stuff.
Now, when you say shrimp and grits, can you help people understand?
Yeah,
like
vegan. We're talking about, we're talking about, so whenever I'm talking about stuff, and of course it's up to taste, because Maze always tells a story about how the ribs weren't quite like ribs, but there are what they call meat substitutes, right?
Correct.
And so they mimic what you're familiar with, but you don't have to have those, right? You can have grits and gravy. You can go back to what grandma, because gravy is oil and flour. Correct. It does not have to have animal in it, and you can season it and make it the way you need to do it.
That's right.
So, and all the foods that you find, Asian food, Latin food, all of that, everything can be done in a vegan way. Everything can be done in a vegan way, and that's
Shout
what
out
we
to
do.
Truth Italian.
Yeah,
Black
absolutely.
But it's Truth Italian. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, black. So, and then I see Cassie put in vegan pancakes.
Oh yeah.
And no doubt. Spelt pancakes. That's actually when I met Cassie. I'm still waiting on the spelt pancakes, but it's cool. Spelt.
What's that?
It's a grain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but
the things you learn.
To make a long story short, so on this whole, we started, or the plant-based African was like a mission for me to share the plant-based lifestyle through education, through food, through clothing. Right. And
but you also help people know what to do when they go to the grocery store.
Absolutely. So we do everything. We do cooking classes. We do shopping trips. We do whatever it takes. We actually have a 30-day program where we walk people through what it takes to move from animal-based eating to plant-based eating. And because we know that the journey is not, the journey is not the same for everybody, we just want you to be the best plant-based version of yourself.
I love it.
And so, but we show you, it's kind of like Kahari was talking about, we show you what to do and not necessarily what not to do. So people are always talking about, well, don't eat this, and don't. Well, what can I eat?
What can I eat, and
You
how
know,
do I eat
and where
it?
do I
and
shop?
How do I prepare it?
Yeah, so we go wherever you shop. We go into that store with you. So we go into Aldi, we go into Jewel, we go into Whole Foods, we go into Mariano's, we go into all of these blanks, and we show you where to shop, how to do meals, how to do the tacos, how to do the spaghetti, how to do the omelets, how to do. So we show you how to make that happen.
Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
So back to the plant-based African that you all have been tuning into. We thank you again for that. And we welcome the questions and the comments, and these are looking really nice. People are asking about, is there such thing as vegan mild sauce?
Yep, absolutely. Matter of fact, you can make your own vegan version at Harold's.
Harold.
What?
Harold's, yes.
Don't play with me.
No, I'm not playing with you.
Don't do that.
No, we're bringing in the station for you. Matter of fact, we're gonna let Sonya.
We're gonna have lunch on Wednesday?
Absolutely,
Okay.
we're gonna do it. If they let us on the show, that's why y'all got to get these numbers up, right?
Yeah.
Like we need you to like, comment, tell what's in it for the Black People Media. That the plant-based Africans, the people that you know, the Kaharis, the Afrikas, it just goes on and on and on. The Tabitha Browns,
Yes,
the Sadeeks
yes.
of the world. Like we're in there with you every day. And now it's time to integrate the platform and not just stand off to the side because we have something to say. We don't want to keep putting up dialysis centers like
That's
they're
right.
Walgreens stores.
That's right. Because they are popping up everywhere.
Right. And so we're not necessarily trying to slap the chicken wing out of your hand, but we're trying to slide an apple in there.
Yeah, just have some balance.
Yeah. We want to do that. And along the way, if some people choose that that's where they want to go, everybody has their own journey. And we just want to present the choice.
Absolutely.
And let you know that it can be fun, that there are people doing it. And there are people that you didn't even know that are doing it and that we're here to help. And that's what the title of our show will be Plant-Based Intervention.
Plant-based intervention because it's for everyone. You know, I have a friend that messaged me about Meatless Mondays. She came from a traditional family like ours where we all ate everything.
Right.
And she said, Africa, we're instituting Meatless Monday.
Right.
So just on Mondays, the whole family knows that we're not going to have meat.
Yeah.
So it's just having a balance. Just those little things you can do, you know?
That's wonderful. I think it's Melanie asks, is there vegan cheese that tastes good? And so it's a taste thing. I would say yes, but we can also show you how to make your own cheese.
Absolutely.
It doesn't necessarily have to be store-bought.
That's
There's
right.
ways to add your own flavor. And I'll say this, and we've got is our guest backstage yet? Not yet? Okay. Even when I was eating meat, there were always people who couldn't cook. Like real talk.
No,
like
really,
one of my favorite meals is macaroni and cheese, but there was always the relative that could not make macaroni and cheese.
But thought they could.
And you just didn't eat it. And so it wasn't a question of do you like mac and cheese? It was a question of who made it.
And
so I tell people all the
don't
time
bring it
that
back.
vegan food, right? Don't bring it back. I'm not eating it. But vegan food is a question of who made it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who makes it? Where did it come from? What do you do? And so all of that is important, just like it is for that mac and cheese.
We ready for our guests?
Okay. They're not back there. So we're excited about bringing this to the platform so we can integrate, because this is a collective piece. This is not just something that we're aiming only at plant-based or vegan people. But yeah, Meatless Mondays is a great concept. There's just a lot happening, and there are people that we want to talk about. And we got celebrities that'll be coming on, people to talk about, NBA stars. We got artists. Just a lot happening in the plant-based world.
Absolutely.
You know, and then there are people out there that there are companies taking advantage of what's going on.
Oh, full advantage.
Full advantage. Burger King, Pizza Hut. You know, and I'm just saying because you recognize it. Oh, okay, all right. We're at the break. Oh, at 47. Hey, I'm gonna make it before this time.
The music comes on.
Whoa, we're not late. We got we're ready. Ready to go to the break?
Sure.
So let's take them to the break. Look, we need you all to do this, the collective conversation with Brother Sadeek and Sister Afrika. And we got the last 15 minutes. We're going to break, but we still need you to like, comment, and share, and come back with us on the other side.
WIFTDPM. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
WIFTBPM.
Welcome back to the collective conversation, brother Sadeek and sister Afrika. Afrika, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling wonderful. I'm thankful, man. Real thankful. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this. Oh man,
this is wonderful. We want to again give a shout out to What's in It for the Black People Media and my man Maze Jackson and the whole crew here. We're really appreciative of this opportunity.
Absolutely.
So, share some comments. You guys are asking great questions. We're going to talk about gardening. We're going to talk about plants in every form. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. But we want to get to our next guest. It's been jam-packed. And is she plant-based?
She plant-based sometimes. I think sometimes.
Yeah.
She's called veganish.
She plant-based sometimes. I think last time I saw her in a chicken wing or something like that. But she's plant-based sometimes. But I want you all, this is the Black Mall, the sister around town. She is shy famous as well. I can't believe
her. That's not fair.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right.
Go ahead. No, you introduce her. It's a sister thing. I'm going to step back.
Y'all get ready for my sister, y'all. Oh, my goodness. We met. Oh, my God. The boys would smile, and I used to see her all the time. And we used to always talk about, Black stuff, right? I want to say that the term, I did some African things yesterday. I did some African things today. I'm going to do some African things tomorrow, came from meeting this sister. Y'all clap it up and get ready to hold on to your seats for one of the co-founders of theblackmall.com and theblackmall.com/Be Black Weekend. Cassiopeia Uhuru.
Uhuru. Woo! Woo! My friend.
I love y'all. Y'all are so.
We love you.
I posted on Facebook, when I shared it, and was just like, it's so good to have friends in high places.
That must mean we get friends like
right,
you.
Exactly. That's what that means. Every time I call Cassie and she answers, I'm like, I was expecting voicemail.
Me too.
You know what?
I'm like,
both y'all.
Before I text you today, I had to call you first so you could hear the phone ring.
Right.
Don't do that.
I was telling Afrika when we were sitting here during the break, I said, text Cassie. And she said, now, she don't look at her text. And I said, try it anyway. Try it anyway. She's shy famous.
So thank you for joining us, beautiful. How you feeling?
I am feeling amazing. I'm feeling blacknificent. Okay.
Woo! Yes.
Wonderful. So Cassie, look, we only got like 9 minutes now.
It's
so
cool.
We're gonna have to do 5 minutes.
It's all good.
I had to let Afrika do the introduction, or the ride home was gonna be salty. So that's so shy. But what I want you to do is talk a little bit about plant-based. What it means to you from your own standpoint and point of view, and then tell us a little bit about the Black Mall, because we know you just got through with a huge weekend and you got more stuff coming up. So do all that in like 4 minutes, so we don't make them mad at us.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. I got you. So plant-based. So right now, right? Y'all know I just had a little baby.
Oh, sure.
Really a 10-year gap. She's so precious. A 10-year gap between her and my older son, MJ.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, your body is like, don't think that we bounce back the same way, right? Because after I had him, pounds came right off, back to it, did a little workout, didn't have to do anything special. This time, this fat was sticking on these bones something hard. And so I was like, okay, I can't do what I normally do. And I got to go a little bit further to, you know, get my body back in order. And so, you know, I had to do, I'm not completely, I've been vegan. I've been alkaline. For anybody that understands what that is, that's that Dr. Sabi stuff right there. I've been like that even limits
no doubt
what vegetables you eat. Like Dr. Sabi is like, no, not that type of banana. You got to use this type of banana. And definitely, damn, for sure, you're not going to eat these big old tomatoes. You're going to eat these little Roma tomatoes. So anywho, I've done that. I've been vegan. I've been vegetarian. But so I had to kind of go back to those roots. And with the help of my good brother right here, Sadeek, who put together an amazing like plan for me, eating guide for me, as well as doing workouts. Some of y'all see me on Facebook doing my little workouts.
Yes.
Like without having, you know, that plant-based, you know, push and fire behind me, I wouldn't have been able to lose, you know, the 15 pounds that I've lost already. I got some more. Hey,
come on now. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And y'all know about the blackmall.com. We are an aggregator of Black-owned businesses nationwide, where we help to promote, support, and sell Black-owned products and services and brick and mortars, as well as you two lovelies, who also we push your business as well. Afrika is the amazing social media PR maven, socialite. Everybody in the whole wide world knows her. Specialist. And Sadeek got some hidden gems. I'm not going to tell all his hidden gems, but he's an amazing consultant. He is our vegan specialist. He's an amazing marketer and brand manager as well. He's like my rock, my right hand, my other mind when we have to figure out and develop different concepts. So we help push you all's businesses as well as lots of other businesses out there. And we just had our Buy Black weekend. And I'm going to say this, I'm about to get real arrogant real fast. You know what I'm saying? Because, the whole wide world is talking about Buy Black Friday.
Yeah.
And that's a term we coined. Okay. Back in 2012, when it was really hard for people to wrap their minds around redirecting their dollar.
That's right.
Right. Making the switch. So he said, it's Black Friday. We don't call it Buy Black Friday. So I'm loving the fact that everybody is out here doing it. So just don't forget about us. As y'all see, sometimes the big companies then come and take it and co-opt it as if it's theirs, and it's something so, like clever. And it's just like, oh yeah, really? Oh, okay. Don't worry about that.
Right.
That's okay.
City, Chicago.
We'll put it out there too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading another comment that didn't even apply to what you were talking about.
But Cassie, tell everybody, before you go, and thank you for that. That is real talk. When you said that, you made me think of Dr. Webb Evans.
Absolutely.
Man, a picture just recently circulated of me and the boys and Jason and Dr. Evans, and the boys was like 2 and 6. So I'm like, wow. He was the father of Buy Black.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I can hear his voice.
Yes,
tell everybody where they can find you, Cassie.
What they call. Yes, on theblackmall.com. You can find us on our website. We have a brand new, gorgeous website. We're so proud of it right now. Yes, thank you. So you can actually you can find businesses in our directory there. You can shop with businesses and products on our marketplace. You can find out what we're talking about in news and events, what we got coming up, blogs, all those great things. And then you can find us on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and Facebook under The Black Mall. all those great things. And definitely shout out to our ancestor, Dr. Webb Evans, Mr. Bob Black, who started all of this, that gave the idea to, or was out there and laid the foundation for Eugene Delanato of Black Patients International. Sister Mommy Yvette Moyo mentions another book that even came before that I can't think of right now. Please forgive me, but just all of those pioneers out there, including the Black mom.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cassie.
Kiss the baby for us.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Dre.
Yes. Shout out to Dre, and congrats on your weight loss challenge.
All right.
Love you, Cassie.
All right. Have a good one.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.
Magnificent.
So we want Sonia. How many minutes we got?
Right here.
We got 1 minute. Can we stretch it? Okay. All right. We're gonna stretch it just a little bit. So guys, look, I want to say this. The energy is phenomenal, but I want to end on Sister Afrika. She's got like some great news to share, but reach out for us at the Plant-Based African on Facebook, Plant-Based African on Instagram. We have 30-day weight loss program. We have 30-day transition program. We do cooking classes. We talk about gardening, like the whole 9 yards. It's a whole experience. Reach out for us. Y'all got to help me out. I got to get my social media weight up. All right, so I'm telling you now.
We got you.
You got me? Okay, so I'm getting it up, but reach out for us at the Plant-Based African. Inbox us. Let us know your thoughts. We're also coming back on the air on Wednesday.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're going to send out some announcements. So we just want to thank What's in It for the Black People Media. Afrika, talk to me about these Emmys.
Have mercy. Thank you. And I'll wrap up quickly. We have to go. Oh, my God. Last Sunday, I was honored to be a part of the Emmys, and it came on it was virtual, due to the pandemic. And the film that I am the executive producer for, Chicago at the Crossroad.com, Crossroad, no S, with writer, producer, filmmaker Brian Shortoff. We told the Chicago story dealing with solutions to violence from a housing perspective. And we were honored to have won 5 Emmys for that. Wow. That is so awesome. Bravo. We got Emmy winners in the house. Y'all give some shout outs on Facebook, wherever you're watching. But we just want to know who, and I'm appreciative of you even being in the room with me. And we got superstars all around us. Love you, Sonia.
With all of that, we got to wrap up. You all, thanks for joining us on the Collective Conversation today. Shout out to What's in It for the Black People Media and my man, Mays Jackson. Catch us Wednesday from 1 to 3. We're going to come back, me and Afrika.
Absolutely.
Let's do it again.
And please check out everything that we mentioned today. It's Giving Tuesday on tomorrow. I have some organizations, if you feel so honored, to give on my page. That is Afrika with a K, Porter, Afrika, and Porter, Porter. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Peace.